feel very strongly that one size does not fit all. And I think we have created a system which is meritocracy. So if you can put yourself in that mode of doing well in exams and all of that, then you will reach MIT and Harvard and all of that. But if you're not, what about the 95% who do not reach there? So I think that's where we started working on the areas like adaptive learning and understanding how does the human brain works. So one of my research areas is brainwave adaptive learning, and that's what we are trying to do with EEG, head scans and all that. And what I find clearly that the chalk and talk methodology doesn't really work. Only those who can cope up with can deal with it, but most of them cannot. And if you look at it at United States, there is a crisis of STEM. We all know about it. Because most of the students do not want to do engineering, science, and mathematics. And they rather take something else. And the reason is that in the classroom they do not do well. And then later on they always have this issue with some of the areas that we talk about. So I think one of the areas that I'm really focusing on for everyone, and I'll give you a few examples, is entrepreneurship. I think create your own destiny, create your own model. So in this room, I know you guys are management students, every one of you has potential to be Mark Zuckerberg because he is a Harvard dropout and you are not. So what I would suggest is that we have enormous potential, and I think in today's time we have to break the barriers. Leaders are those who take risks, and leaders are those who will go into the tune which is not sung by others. And that's how you create a model for you where everyone else start following you rather than you following them. So I think you have to really break down all the barriers, and I suggest here is that start asking lots of questions and start questioning every authority. And I think that's where our problem is. We have, especially in growing up in India myself, we were so protected that we never went out of our boundaries and never tried things that we should have. And I think as a leadership, I think you guys have to really break down those barriers and come out with the questions and ask lots of questions to your authorities, and also understand that the learning happens, as we said, authentic learning. It happens when you do try to do something. So the education is just preparation, but when you get out of the education, that's when you have the real learning happen.